Oh. Oof. Okay, that's not good. We got smoke. Well, we're in the shop again today. It's Friday afternoon. That usually seems like the day that I can get off a little bit early and come out, get a few things done. I don't know where that went. My plan is I want to try and get, there we go. I want to try and get that exhaust taken care of. If you watched the last video or maybe the last sequence, I put some air shocks on the back of Sami, and oh, there we go. Put some air shocks on the back of Sami, and right now the exhaust dumps right down onto them, which is not ideal. So today I am going to cut that off and just turn it a little bit away from the exhaust and re-weld it. I was thinking that I might have a shop do that. Thinking, well, they're going to be more experienced with welding, exhaust pipe, and they can get it up on a lift and work on it easier, and X, Y, and Z, which are all true. But the more I thought about it, the more I decided it's not that big of a deal. I can weld. I'm not that great of a welder, but I can weld. And it's not that critical because it's just the tip that's turned. And so it's not like it's a weld that needs to be perfect and sealed up or anything like that. It's just holding the tip on to dump it out. So if there's a few little holes, no big deal. And most importantly, it's underneath the vehicle. Nobody's gonna see it. So it doesn't need to be pretty. So I just decided I'm gonna save myself a few bucks and attempt it myself. First thing I needed to do though was put a new cutoff wheel on my grinder. That last one, when I was doing the shocks, trimming the sleeves on the shocks, just the way that it was cutting, it just chewed it up, and so needed a fresh one on so that I could cut nice and clean and do that. So I'm going to climb down there and see if we can't get it done. First though, I think I'm going to go throw a hoodie on or something. This is one of my nice shirts. Better not get it all dirty. Plus I'd like long sleeves. So I'm going to go see if I can find an old hoodie to throw on. Keep everything clean, protect my arms, all that good stuff. Alright, gotta be in better shape now, so. Okay, hopefully you can see this okay. You can see right now how the exhaust just dumps right down on that sleeve. I don't know that it's going to be too big of a deal. I've kind of kept an eye on it as I've driven it here and there. I think during the hot summers though, when this is cycling a lot anyways, it's going to get warm. And if I've got hot exhaust dumping down on it too, big steep sandy hill climb or something, I think it's just a recipe for disaster. So my plan is to basically cut it here where they've welded it on, and then just turn it so that it angles kind of that way, kind of down towards the tire instead of right down on this sleeve. I'm a little worried too about the clearance right here. It's like I can barely fit my finger in. So I think that'll just allow a little more clearance there, hopefully solve a few problems. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. And you get to watch the whole thing, whether I win or lose on this. Worst case scenario, we're just going to cut it off and it'll just shoot straight back. But hopefully we can kind of keep it angled down towards the ground. Okay, I got it cut, but I did an absolutely terrible job. So I'm going to see now if there's any way to fix what I've done, or if I'm just going to leave it cut off straight, blowing straight back. Stay tuned, we'll see. Okay, I cleaned it up a little bit. I think we're going to be able to make this work. So I'm going to do my best to try and tack this on here in the position that I want it to be. And then see what we can do about finish welding it, making it pretty. Well, I'm not even looking for pretty. See if we can make it look functional. Well, I just did something that resembles a bunch of pick boogers wrapped around the side of that pipe. It's bad. It's really bad. In fact, I'm too embarrassed to show it because I know that I would get all sorts of crap for what I just did. But the pipe is on there, and I think it's somewhat sealed. Oh, not a move to try and do when you're an amateur welder laying on your back welding upside down. Yeah, it just was not happening. But anyways, it's on there. I think it's going to be mostly functional. We'll see. Next time I drive it, if I'm getting killed by exhaust fumes or something like that, then maybe we'll do something about it. I doubt that's going to be the case, though, because it's dumping down anyways. So it's, like I said, 3 inches from the end of the pipe anyways. So I can't imagine it's going to be any worse than it already is. But if anything, it's just going to kind of help keep those hot exhaust fumes, direct them away from that shock and towards the ground, and hopefully not have any issues. So on. Trying to play with Toner. She's annihilated this ball, but it'll still throw and she could still chase it, so it's working. I just got back from taking Sami for a test run. Everything seems good with the exhaust. I'm not smelling a lot of it or anything like that, even when I'm idling. So I think we're in good shape. I've still got about a half an hour before movie night tonight. And so I'm going to try and do this project real quick. I bought this. It's a remote winch controller for my Samurai. I bought it because I munched my external controller. So you can see that right there. That's the one that you can plug into the exterior and control the winch from the outside. There it is. That mess right there. So you could plug it in and then stand off to the side and control it with that. And what happened was I had the winch out to move the pump house. I'm just going to chuck this in the garbage. To move the pump house out of the way so that I could work on the well. That's heavier than you think. It's heavier than my Samurai. And so it just wants to drag my Samurai, but that allows it to tip it up and then it will break free and did my winching and then set the winch controller here inside the bumper. Did some stuff and then I got into Sami, and I'm trying to remember why, but I used the switch inside to control the winch to reel it in or something like that, to reel it in. I don't remember if I was pulling it back or what. Long story short, the cable got wrapped up in the spool, just munched it completely, and I had no idea it was even happening. So I bought this guy hoping that maybe I can just put this remote control on here and run it that way. And what I'm really hoping is that I can just tie into those wires right there to do what I need to on it. So I'm going to look at these instructions here real quick, see if they could tell me anything, and see if we can't make this happen. So I just opened up the hood so that I could access. I got a nest down here. That's not a good sign. I think it's a bird nest, which is better than a rat's nest, but see if I could set you up there. So I can get this wire out. I'm not sure where I'm going to mount this little controller box yet. We'll figure that out in a minute, but the instructions aren't great. This is an Amazon buy. I don't remember that. Whoop. Okay, that answers that question. That is a hotline. I don't remember what the company was that sold this. Kind of cheap, but okay. So I got a hot in the ground here, but the instructions just aren't great on this. So I'm gonna do my best to kind of muddle through this and put it together the way I think it's supposed to go, and then we'll see if I got it right or not. So that's the antenna line. This one is a hot. I'm just gonna twist these on here and test my theory, and then if my theory's right, then we'll do more of a permanent install on this. So this is a ground here, like so, and then these two I'm going to kind of guess on, but since that's white, we're going to put it with white. That makes sense, doesn't it? And then that one's going to get the gray to the yellow. Something like that. Try and keep that hot in the ground separated. And this is probably going to need batteries. Oh, it's got a little battery in there. So, okay, that's not good. We got smoke. So I did something wrong there. Let's hope I didn't just blow a fuse or something. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of research here. Maybe I just burned up this guy. Great. Okay. That answers a lot of questions. So, apparently, black is not ground. From what I'm... Yeah. So on this, black is not ground. Black is actually... So that's the ground, I think. So let's try that again. And let's hope we don't get smoke this time. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm not understanding something here. Well, I didn't make it. I'm quite certain that I fried this when I got that smoke. I'm thinking that the little solenoid in there that tells it to bounce the hot back and forth. I still don't understand exactly how it works. The instructions are really terrible and just don't explain what's supposed to go where. So, unfortunately, that job tonight is a bust. However, I think I'm going to take this section and hopefully just splice that together and then still have this controller. I can just take this and kind of tuck it down in there. I think is what I'm gonna do, but I just got notice that dinner's ready, so I need to get inside and we'll do dinner and movie, and maybe save this for another time, probably, because this only has 3 wires and this has 4. So I'm not sure how to make that work. So I think I'm just going to put this job away for now. We'll try again another time. Okay, I lied. I got curious and started fiddling here, and I think I can actually make this work fairly quick. So my dinner might get cold, but I think this is probably going to be worth trying to figure this out. Okay, so red together, that in, out. Perfect, beauty. Okay, and then this one I'm just gonna seal up in here so that it doesn't, I don't know what it is, but I don't want it to ground out on anything like that. Shrink those down and we'll be good to go. Just like that. Okay. And then we could just take this and curl it up. Tuck it down in that nest there. Boom. Fixed for now. I'm going to go get some pizza, watch a movie, and enjoy my night. Well, good morning. It's, according to the clock on the stove, 5:26 a.m. I've got a pretty fun adventure planned for today. And just like that, it's daylight and the sun's out.